You're noisy. Hey, Christian. Just setting up. So just bear with me whilst I'm getting all the chat streams ready. But okay. I've just set up the scanners, but I've not done any scanning yet. So I've not got I don't have a watch list as yet. GME and AMC, for obvious reasons, will be on there. They're break even on the day. Similar starting position to where we had yesterday. Okay, so let's have a look at ADGI. Top gapper, ADGI. Unconfirmed earnings. Okay, so we've got Adagi Therapeutics announced that it is the first monoclonal antibody to meet primary endpoints with statistical significance across pre- and post-exposure prophylaxis and treatment for COVID-19. Okay, so ADGI on a COVID catalyst. So that's going on the watch list. Let's have a quick look at the relative volume. Yeah, it's good relative volume as well, high relative volume. That's on the watch list. Can't trade it yet. Got to wait 2 minutes to trade. Morning, Lavras. No snoring yet. She's only just laid down. So give her 5 minutes and she might start snoring. No, Alistair, come on. Let's get real. It's not the snoring you come for. It's the Barocca. So ADGI, let's have a look at Drct Digital. It's already 30% up. Okay, Drct Digital. No news. Why is it up? Q4 sales results and Q1 guidance. Okay. And it's not exactly relative high volume. It's standard volume, but Sonoma Pharmaceuticals. Let's have a look at Sonoma. What are you gapping up for? So you could have done with this. Sonoma Pharmaceuticals launches new urinary tract infection product through distributors in New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa. You could have done with a bit of that when you had your UTI. So let's. I'll put. Traded this one before, I'm pretty sure. The daily, weekly. Yeah, I've traded this before. It went up to kind of 13s back in August. So just rung a bell, as it were. So I'll sort out the no coffee this morning. How will I cope? No, I had a cup of tea. I was out this morning. I was out this morning, so I had a McDonald's breakfast and a cup of tea, and just got back about half an hour ago. So DRCT. Okay, so that's all over the place. It's not a good chart in terms of volume. Well, we'll keep it there just for now. That's the top three gappers. So Adagio, Sonoma, and Direct Digital. Sonoma seems to be the one that's moving at the minute. So just keep an eye on this one. Let's mark out the areas. Yeah. Oh, 69 is the pre-market high so far on that one. 11. That's the pre-market high there. This is way off. Way off. I'm not even going to bother marking the pre-market high on that one. Don't like the chart. Volume is all to cock with that one. So the two that I'm looking at the moment is ADGI, Adagio, and Sonoma. Okay. Hey Les, how you doing? Oh, 7 roses. Thanks, Gango. Really appreciate that. Well done. Thank you. You don't have to. I mean, but it's a couple of cents to me, but appreciate all the gifts. It's not necessary. I'm not doing this for gifts, but you know, I appreciate it anyway. I'll head off and get some Barocca in a moment if that's okay. So at the moment we're looking at 2 on the watch list. Let's have a quick look at, is there any losers on the watch list? Stronghold. Stronghold Mining, so it's another digital stock. So why is it gapping down so much? Q4 miss. Ouch. Okay, that could be interesting. There's the snoring. There we go. So, yeah, snoring. Do you trade UK stocks as well? No, I don't trade the UK market. So the reason I don't trade the UK market is quite simple. There's just not enough volume for reliable breakouts. So you can get volatility on the UK market, but it's all on low volume. In retrospect, if you think about volume in terms of the number of retail traders, 80% plus of the retail community, retail trading community, trade the US markets. So when it comes to stocks, and then a large percentage trade forex. which is not a very profitable way of trading, is Forex. Anybody that says they're profitable, view it with suspicion. There are a very small number of people that are profitable in Forex, but it is a very, very small number of people. We're talking about less than 5%. So if you've got a really good strategy and you're fantastic at your job, and you're in the top 5% of all traders in the world, then you might be profitable trading Forex. But UK stocks just isn't enough volume, because we go to where the crowds are. Retail traders go where the crowds are. We follow the volume, and that's the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P, that kind of thing. Yeah, I do trade the Nasdaq. So depending on if it could be on the Dow, it could be on the Nasdaq. I don't trade the pink sheets. I don't trade the OTC market, but I do trade the Nasdaq and NYSE. SNOA. Sonoma. So ADGI is gapping up on COVID-19 news. Sonoma is gapping up on UTI medicine, on news of a UTI medicine, which is I could have done with for my dog a couple of weeks ago when she was really ill. How many screens do I need? At least 2. I need at least 2. So I need my trading screen and I need my scanner screen. I've got this one, which has got 8 charts, which has got my watch list in it, and I've got this screen, which has got the live stream chat. So that's why I've got 4 screens. I don't need 4 screens to trade. I only need 2. Where's the best place to start? Right here. You've come to the right place. You can't go wrong with gold as a hedge. You're not going to make, you're not going to get the rocket gains. But gold is a good hedge. Whenever you get political turmoil, everybody turns to gold. Everybody turns to precious metals, gold, platinum. I tell you what would be a good buy is going to be nickel for the EV market. So if you're buying nickel, that's going to be long term. I'm sort of talking about. So for the batteries, nickel cadmium batteries, then buying nickel is a good thing to invest in, and copper. So those are good commodities to be investing for the future, because as we move to a more green world, a green environment, electricity as opposed to fossil fuels, renewable energy as opposed to fossil fuels, we're going to need a hell of a lot more copper mining, and we're going to need a lot more nickel to store the energy. Yeah, physical gold. So you buy you buy ETFs, gold ETFs, which are investing in gold. You can buy physical gold. You can go down the pawn shop and buy physical gold, but no, you actually buy gold on the exchange. Opinion on AMC. I'm watching it today because it's up slightly. It's starting in a similar position it started yesterday. So I'm watching it today. GME's, it's ranging, give or take $1 at the closing price. It's kind of flat on the day. AMC's slightly up on the day, about a percentage point or something. So I'm watching it. If we see, because it topped out yesterday. We had the 45% move on Monday, and then yesterday it topped out and sold off, but it still kept most of its gains from Monday, so it's still looking like it potentially could move. It might have been yesterday was just consolidation day, and it could move again today. So let's see what happens. I'm not going to make any predictions, but I'm watching it. That's AMC. On Son, let me have a look. If you're talking about the Tottenham Hotspurs forward, I think he's really good. Oh dear. As a chart, there's nothing happening pre-market. It's 39. I don't like getting involved in penny stocks. It's but Son, it's 38 cents a share at the minute. It's not doing much. It's been trading at this level, kind of 38 to 40 cents for the last week. So it went up to kind of 68 cents about 10 days ago, and then it's been selling off ever since. So it doesn't look great. I don't know what the catalyst was for it to make that gap up and pump, but it's been selling off pretty much ever since. So if you're holding bags up in the 50s or 60s, I don't expect that it will be up there anytime soon. I look at it on the weekly. Yeah, it's you're going back to December when it was last actually up there for any sustained period of time. Not my bag. I don't like the penny stocks that much. New challenge: try to make 11K in under seven minutes. Didn't I not do that yesterday? I think I did that yesterday, didn't I? Should you sell or hold AMC? Well, will it rise? That's entirely down to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you to hold it and then it drops and you lose money, and I'm not going to tell you to sell it and then it moons. That's down to you to make that decision. I look at the technicals. I don't trade on hope. I don't trade on a whim. So it's up to you. If you think the technicals are stacking up for a push, then by all means hold it. If you think it's looking a bit weak, then sell it. That's entirely your opinion. Do I think Orion Protocol is a good investment? I think Orion, as one of the cryptos, it's got good real life use cases. Hey Phil, welcome to the stream. It's got some good real world use cases, and I don't think it's one of the premier technologies, but I think it will continue to make gains. In the long term, I think there are better coins to invest in, but you know, it's what you like for. I think there's better coins than what I'm invested in. I mean, obviously the most stable is Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I'm in, but I'm in Cardano and XRP. There's probably better coins out there than those two, but those are the ones that I've doubled down on and that I'm holding long term. So I dollar cost average with those. I do like Polkadot. I do like XLM. There's a number of Mana's a good one as well. There's a number of coins I like, but I'm not just putting my spreading up all my money in multiple different coins. I've just picked the ones I want to concentrate on, and I will trade sporadically everything else. What do I think has potential today? Well, at the moment, I'm looking at Adagio and Sonoma. Those are the two on that may change as we move throughout the morning, but at the moment those are the two that I'm looking at. Direct Digital is up there as well, but I'm not too keen on that chart at the moment. That needs to get back above the volume weighted average price, if I'm being completely honest, for me to enjoy it, for me to like it. I've not even looked into it. I can't have an opinion on Locker Token because I've not even looked into it. I only can have opinion on things that I know about. So the fact that it only launched yesterday, it might make a move up, but I would because it launched yesterday, I'll be very careful of it making a quick move up and then pulling back. If you remember what happened to ApeCoin a couple of weeks ago, it had all the hype and all the press and all the attention on social media. It pumped right up and it's sold off ever since. So you know, just be careful with those new coins. Do I think a recession is coming? Oh well, your guess is as good as mine. The markets are defying the odds at the moment. I thought we potentially could be in a recession. We could be in bearish territory, but markets are defying logic. They're slightly down on the day today. We've had a couple of, a little over almost 2 weeks of a rally with the wider markets, which, go figure. Fed corruption to keep the rich rich. Well, that's always been the case. And if you expect anything different, then you're just delusional. The top 1%, that's why, see, that's the main reason why crypto is being, frowned upon by the rich, because the uber wealthy, the top 1% can't control it. So they don't want the masses and having this transfer of wealth that they can't control. If they can't know when to buy and when to sell before everybody else, then they're not in control, and that's why they don't want everybody to have access to this DeFi market, decentralized finance. So XRP, again, the whole Ripple SEC thing is part and parcel of that. It's just trying to keep crypto in check. SafeMoon, again, another meme coin, another community coin. So there's nothing safe about it. Is the swift answer. But it will have those pumps where you can actually, if you ride it, you can take a profit. Is it a long-term hold for me? No. Is it a long-term hold for people who love it? Then yeah, I mean, that's up to you. But I'm not investing in it long-term. What you tell me? What are the real-life use cases of SafeMoon? What's the technology going to? What problems is the technology going to solve in the real world? A bit like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and a lot of these meme coins, they're making up use cases to justify the pump, and in reality the real life use cases are flaky at best. So will I be investing in those kind of coins long term? No, I will be buying and trading them as they make pumps and taking profits on the momentum. But stock market opens at 9:30. Forgotten soldier. So we've got about 90 minutes, an hour and a half before the market opens. I'm long on XRP. I'm holding XRP, and I'm bullish on XLM. I think that XLM's got a good case. In fact, both XRP and XLM solve a lot of real life use cases in the finance world. So it's a monthly thing, but you can cancel after at any time. So it's $150 a month. So if you get into it, you get access to the full course from day one. If you work your way through it and you've learned everything by the end of the month, you don't have to pay anything else. You can just go on your merry way and make money. But if you need longer and you need access to the course to keep referring to, you need more coaching from me, then you go for another month or so. So that's what that would be, Snowflake. What do I think about the Nasdaq? Well, it's trading slightly down today. It's about a third of a percentage point down. But it's been trading really well, and we've had what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've had 2 weeks of rallying with the wider markets, Nasdaq, the S&P, Dow, etc. But 2 weeks, a fortnight of rallying now. So we're back up to late January levels. So we went down all the way down to the lows at the middle of this month, at the end of March and at the end of February and the middle of this month, and then we've had 2 weeks of rally. So it's not looking bad at all. It's certainly not looking weak today. Just because it's down slightly doesn't. And I think we potentially could pull that back and go green on the day at the bell, or even before that, the way things are moving, because it's moving in an upwards trend right now. It's above the VWAP, so yeah, the SPY, the S&P, the Nasdaq, they're all looking fairly strong. Okay, I'll have a look at cores for you, just because you asked nicely. All right, there's no volume with it, as it's trading at 890s at the moment, 890, but there's no volume with it. So if it's going to have good earnings, we might see some kind of movement, but it's not got a huge range. So I'm not seeing any kind of big volatile moves on an intraday basis over the last while. So there's nothing indicating why that would be a good intraday play. I think the biggest range we've had has been about $2. That would have been back at beginning of the month. I'll just have a look at the actual fundamentals of Core Scientific. So it's a 300 million shares. We've got there's not a lot of no news catalyst for a pump, for a move. No, that doesn't look good though. So yesterday, Core Scientific investigated by Block and Leviathan for potential securities law violations. Investors who have lost money are encouraged to contact the firm. So that might not be good news. That came in yesterday afternoon. So I won't, just on the basis of that, I wouldn't be trading Core Scientific right now because of that potential securities law violation that they're looking at. That might impact the another earnings call from yesterday, was it? But there's no movement on it, no big movement. It's slightly up on the day. It is it's 2% up on the day, but that would worry me. The securities law violation would worry me. Which broker platform I use? The broker and the platform are two different things. So I'm using Capital Markets as the broker, and I'm using Trader Pro is the platform. Since the last 8 days, you made 260 pips on Nasdaq futures. Good for you. Are you rich? Why not do it from Sonoma? Huh? Okay, whatever that means. Right, what are we like? So, guys, you're doing me dirty on the likes. Everybody in the stream, just tap the screen 10 to 12 times. It just helps with the algorithm. It shows we've got engagement in the stream. It just helps with the algorithm. We should have over, what, 3,000 likes at this stage. So everybody just tap the screen 10 times. Virgin Galactic or space. I don't see that personally as a long-term investment for me. I'm like, who's going to invest in that? It's just a toy for the rich and famous, really. Who's going to go to space? Are you going to go to space? I'm not going to spend money to go to go into orbit. That's for sure. It's just a toy for the rich and famous. And Alibaba, long term, I don't like Alibaba. I think the constraints that they're under from the Chinese authorities hamstrings them. But secondly, they don't have a business model that can't be replicated or even bettered by somebody else. So, you know, Alibaba for me is not going to be a long-term investment. I may trade it on an intraday basis from time to time, but that's usually, and even then it's unlikely, simply because it's such a high cap stock, and I tend to prefer trading smaller cap stocks on an intraday basis. But I won't be investing in Alibaba long term. GME is no volume at the moment. It's pretty flat on the day. It's slightly down, but it's pretty flat. No volume. AMC has got a little bit of movement, but similar to what we had yesterday, it's slightly up on the day. Not huge volume before pre-market. Very similar behavior to what they did yesterday. Direct Digital's back over. So Direct Digital was one I was looking at as well. DRCT. That's just made a little bit of a pump. It's now over $4, so it's up at 450s. It depends on your laptop. So Shinwari TikTok, if you're looking for to set up a trade station and you want to connect to your laptop to external monitors, that's what I've done. I've got 3 external monitors and I've got my laptop and my laptop screen as well. But I've got a port replicator here. So this port replicator that I've got is allows me to connect 2 external monitors to that, and I've got one going directly into the display port here on my HDMI port actually, but into the display port on my laptop as well. So the port replicator is connected by a USB, and then I get 2 monitors into the port replicator. So that's why I've got 3 monitors and so four screens in total. So that's my setup, at least anyway. What am I trading today? I don't know yet. I'm looking at a couple. I've got 3 things on the watch list so far. That's it. And what platform do I use for charts? I use Trader Pro for trading, but I also use TradingView. So why am I? Okay, so Ethereum. If I'm presenting, I don't mind the white background, but if I'm looking at it a long time, I prefer the dark background. That's what I've decided. If I'm doing a demo or a presentation, something, the white background, the contrast is better, but if you're looking at the screen all day, then the dark background. So I use TradingView for charting, for technical analysis and things like that. But then I use Dash Trader for the charting that I'm actually trading on. My opinion on the Q, so it's slightly down on the day. Again, I'm not too worried about the wider markets, Nasdaq or the SPY or whatever. I'm not too worried about the wider markets. I think they're all in a healthy position today. Will we get a pump at the open? I don't know. I can't say for sure. But I don't think we're going to get a sell-off unless we get some really bad news or something. So S&P predictions. I'm not making any predictions. Like I say, the thing that I've learned about the markets is they can be they can stay irrational and illogical a lot longer than I can stay solvent. So I don't try and make predictions. I look for the price action. I look for the pattern setups, and that's what I trade. If I'm trying to predict the markets, then it's just gambling, because the markets will do all kinds of things that you don't want them to, you know. Yeah, so I'm looking at that for you now. So the TQQQ is at 62, almost $62. It's 61.88. I say this one's slightly down on the it's slightly down on the day, like the rest of the market, but it's above the VWAP, so it's trading the same as the QQQ, the Nasdaq. SPY's in pretty much the same formation, so all trading above the VWAP. So they're in an upwards trend at the moment, but they're trading sideways a little bit. They're not slightly down on the day, but there's nothing to worry about there. There's nothing that I see that's worrying there. There's nothing really bearish. Again, there's nothing bullish. I think we're having a little bit of consolidation right now, based on the last 2 weeks of rallying, and that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. My preferred broker is Capital Markets. I trade better with them, and I get a bit more margin leverage from them than I do with Interactive Brokers, which is my secondary broker. I've got my cash accounts with Interactive, my retirement accounts with Interactive, because I don't have any leverage with them. I don't mind that being with Interactive. So that's you know, Interactive Brokers is good. I've really only traded profitably with Interactive and Capital Markets. How long have I been trading for? About 2 years now. Coming up to 2 years. I've been investing for a lot longer, but I had a 9 to 5 prior to the whole lockdown pandemic thing. I was in a senior position with a global software company. I was a regional vice president of a global software company for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region. And when pandemic hit, you know, we all got laid off, and not even so much as a furlough. And I went into the markets after that, and I've been here ever since. What are my thoughts on NFTs? I try not to think about NFTs. For me, if I'm giving my honest opinion, it just seems like a big scam. NFTs is like dark money. There's no justification for the pricing, but then again, I can't justify someone paying 40 million for some colors on a canvas. You know, somebody buys a Pablo Picasso for $40 million, and I'm like, really? Just buy the poster. But that's NFTs, and NFTs. There's a lot more people losing money with NFTs than there are making them, but you only ever see the likes of Gary Vee and other honchos that are posting these, you know, life-changing gains from these NFTs that they've made. And do you know what? It's a very small percentage of people making money with NFTs. Everybody's in it doing it, and nobody's making money. Very few people are. Tullow Oil. I've made enough. Let's just say I'm profitable to the tune of 7 figures over that period. And my goal this year is to make 7 figures in trading alone for 2022, and I'm on target for that. Yeah, ADGI is looking okay. I don't mind it pulling back and consolidating. It's just consolidating around the VWAP at the minute, which I don't mind that. It's got a huge extension bar on the 5 minute. So we've got this huge extension bar from kind of 380s all the way up to over $7, $7.15 or something like that. What are we? 7.11. And now it's trading at 625. So it's holding most of its gains. It's pulled back and consolidating. It's holding most of its gains. So that's looking actually quite good. ADGI. Sonova is not as clean. The extension bar is not as clean, but so that moved up from, again, similar price, about 370. Didn't move as high. This went up to 470s. It's now kind of 414. So it's lost about 50. It's retraced about 40-50% of its gains. So, you know, keep watching that. But what we tend to see is any positive COVID related news it has been taken very well by the market over this last year or so. So the fact that ADGI is gapping up on a COVID catalyst, it's something to keep an eye on. Will it continue to move up? I don't know. Will it sell off? I don't know. I'm just watching it. It's got good volume, good relative volume. It's gapping up, so it's now currently 67% up on the day. 10 million shares traded already. So ADGI is the leading gapper at the moment. And based on the gap and go strategy, that's the one that most people will be watching at this moment in time. If we fast forward an hour and it's still the same. Direct Digital's made another move up. It's made new highs. So I'm going to pop this on to the watch list as well. We're now relative high volume, whereas we weren't before. It was relatively low volume. And what is the catalyst? I remember reading what the catalyst was, but I've got a mind like a sieve, so I've forgotten already. Ah, yeah, so it's Q4 sales results from yesterday. That's why it's gapping up. So it's not the strongest catalyst, but at least we know it's got a catalyst. The higher day is a psychological level of the 450. It's $half level, so just watch that level, either coming into the open or at the open. No, I can't say that. What is my best advice for people starting to day trade? Well, I've got two pieces of advice. The first piece of advice is don't do it. You'll lose money. You're going to lose money. However, if you don't take that piece of advice, the second piece of advice is learn how to day trade before you actually day trade. Spend time. It is a career path like any other. And you wouldn't go and try and interview for a job as a graphical designer if you didn't have experience in graphic design. You wouldn't go and interview for a job as a computer coder if you didn't know about coding. So my advice is, if you're thinking of getting into trading, just because it's not something that you have to have a degree in to do, doesn't mean you don't have to have the knowledge. So learn how to do it. Learn a strategy, learn how to do technical analysis, learn about the markets and what drives them and the movements, learn about pattern recognition. I would say do your homework, study, submerge yourself into it, trade in a simulator first. Do not put money into the markets without a proven strategy that you've tried in a simulator and proven to be profitable in a simulator first. And then when you eventually do graduate into a real live account with real live money, trade small. Don't get greedy. Be very disciplined. Don't get greedy. Don't start swinging for the fences because of the big move and you want to make more in a big move. Base hits are good enough. Think about it. What is your day job today? And break that down as to, on an average day, how much do you earn? And if you are earning, let's say you're earning $60,000 a year, which is, by most accounts, is a better than average earnings. So you're earning $60,000 a year. That's what? It's $5,000 a month. So $5,000 a month is, in 20 trading days, is $250 a day. So if you can make $250 every day per trading day, then you're going to earn $60,000 a year. So you've got to bear that in mind, that you don't have to make big gains every single day. And as you grow your account, as you do start to grow your account, of course, you can actually earn good money and you can live the Lambo lifestyle, as they like to say it. But most people don't. Most people lose money because they get greedy. They approach it with a gambling mindset. They go into the markets thinking of how easy it is. They don't do any studying. They don't actually learn how to trade. And before you know it, they're broke. So that's my advice to people wanting to get into the market, any newbies wanting to get into the market. So yeah, I've blown up my account a couple of times. I don't think you can competently call yourself a competent trader unless you've blown up your account at least once. It just comes with the territory. It's human nature. You get cocky. You do get overconfident, and it takes that little bit of humbling, shall I say, and the markets will humble you. It takes a bit of a humbling to actually knock that cockiness out of you and make you realize that it's okay to be wrong. you've got to accept that you're going to have red days. You've got to accept that you're going to be wrong some days. I'm in the middle of a really purple patch at the moment. I've had 3 red days this month, and I think I had 3 red days last month. Let me just have a quick look at my trader view reports, what my red days actually were. So yeah, 3 last month, 2 in January, and actually I've had 4 this month, because 1 was a very small red day. It's not registering on the trader view because trade profit loss and net profit loss are different. But I'm averaging at the moment 3 red days per month. So I'm in a bit of a purple patch, but I'm going to be the first person to say, look, that's not going to last. I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to have a red day. I had a big red day a couple of weeks ago. I lost over $30,000 in 1 day just by being overconfident, and you know, I am a profitable trader. I post my I post my broker reports. I post my trader view reports. So I am a profitable trader, and I'm happy to be able to say that. But even I get overconfident and get humbled by the market. So I do, but they're all on my phone. So I'm going to have to make a note of which ones, because this is the 2nd day in a row I've been asked about the recommendations of what I've actually got listed on my phone. I'll just see if I can actually. I can't do that because it'll knock the stream off. I don't want to do that. What are my graphs looking at? I'm looking at Drct Digital on this chart, which is now the top gapper since ADGI pulled back. We've got Sonoma Pharmaceuticals, ADGI, and Drct Digital. Those are the two. Those are the 3 stocks. So ADGI, Sonoma, and Drct Digital. I've got GME and AMC here still. I've got the Nasdaq and the S&P there. So that's what I'm looking at. Those are the graphs. Excuse me. What perimeters? I'm sure you mean parameters, but I'll not get pedantic about that. Be quiet. What parameters do I look at before buying a stock? Well, I'm looking for price action. I'm looking for stocks that are following a particular trend. So I use a number of different strategies, but my favorite strategies, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for gapping up, stocks that are gapping up with a catalyst. And what I mean by that is that there's a news event worthy of them being impacted in terms of price on the share price. So the 3 ones I've got at the moment are, as I say, Sonoma. They're not stock picks. I'm not saying go out and buy these. I'm saying that these are gapping up on relative high volume, which is what I'm looking for when I'm picking a stock for my watch list. I then look for how the price action starts to behave and the volume that comes in at certain levels, support, resistance, etc., before I trade it. And I don't hold on to. I don't get married to any stocks, because these low cap stocks, low price stocks, they tend to move with high volatility, but they can move in both directions. So getting married to a stock and buying at the beginning of the day on one of these stocks, the chances are you're going to lose money. If you're just going to buy at the beginning of the day and hold it and hope that it's come good at the end of the day, because they can go up just as quick as they come down. I don't trade currencies. I don't trade Forex at all. I've got my Audible on my phone, but I'm using the phone for the stream, so I can't I can't pull up all the different things on the Audible. Let me see if it does cut the stream off. Yeah, it's cut the stream off, so yeah, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. What I'll do is ping me. If you ping me a question on the Q&A, I'll get back to you with it. If you make money pre-market and lose after open, don't trade after the open. That's your answer. Do you know, it's if you're checking your analytics, if you're checking your trading, some people are profitable, like myself. I sometimes, I'll make a bit of money. I don't make nearly as much money pre-market. I like to trade pre-market. It's a bit more gentle. It's a bit less volatile, but I like to trade pre-market. But I make more money in that first 15 to 20 minutes of the open than I do any other time in the day. Now, I didn't know that when I was losing. When I started looking at my analytics, when I used TraderView to look at my analytics, and I was checking where my losing trades are happening, where my winning trades are happening, and I found that first 15, 20 minutes, I was making a lot of money. And then later in the day, particularly around lunchtime, market time, between 12 and 2 in the afternoon, market time, I was giving it all back to the market. So a couple of things that I learned. For me, this is only for me. Other people are different. You've got to find your own little sweet spot. But I've learned that the first 90 minutes of the market is when I'm going to make my money. And if I've not made any money in that first 90 minutes, the chances of me making it for the remainder of the day are exponentially lower. So I won't trade. I'll just take that first 90 minutes. That's what it's given me, and that's it. However, if I'm on a roll and the market's particularly hot, particularly volatile, and I've got a couple of stocks that are really working for me and they're continuing through the day, I'll trade them longer into the day. I may come back later in the day, and I've done this a few times for power hour maybe, where the volume picks up, and I'll pick something up. But I only got to know this from the analytics and analyzing the trades. If I sit at my desk and trade all day, the whole length of the market, I will give money to the market. I'll make a profit and then give it all back. So it's just about get green and stay green. It goes up and down very fast. Okay, so if the first, I know a few people that the volatility of the open is too much for them, and that's okay. So in that case, you let the first 5-minute candle open, and let the first 5-minute candle close. You wait for some of the volatility to subside. Don't trade that first 5-minute candle. Then look for patterns after that 5-minute candle. You might miss out on a couple of moves, but FOMO is a massive enemy to the day trader. Don't give in to FOMO. Yeah, absolutely right with working timber. Some have a rule not to trade that first 30 minutes. It's about, if you look at your analytics, where are your losers, what time of day are your losers coming on? And if you can recognize that first 15 minutes, I'm giving all my gains back to the market, then don't trade that first 15 minutes. Wait till 9:45 before you take the first trade. Again, to be profitable, you have to be disciplined. And it isn't just about managing your risk. It's about finding your sweet spot and being disciplined around your sweet spot. It's about knowing that when you've had a bad day, you've had a red day, knowing that, do you know what? It's not going my way today. I'm not trading how I should be trading. Whatever it is, mental block, whatever it is, I'm going to walk away and stay red for the day and come back tomorrow. There's always a comeback. There's always another day. There's always another trade at a later stage. So discipline is knowing your limits. Welcome from Brazil, Ramon. Thank you very much. And good morning in Brazil. Afternoon here, but good morning in Brazil. Well, if you've got your strategies and they work for you pre-market, but you're giving money back at the bell, you stop trading at the bell. What are common misconceptions about day trading? I don't know about misconceptions, but misunderstandings. One of the main misunderstandings is it's gambling. Now, I know where that misunderstanding or misconception comes from, and it's because the majority of people that get into day trading gamble. They approach it with a gambling mindset. And as soon as you approach the stock market with a gambling mindset, it's not in your favor. You will lose money. So YOLOing into a trade and hoping it's going to go in your direction is just going to lose your money, because it's not going to go in your direction. Guaranteed it will go against you. So you see a trade moving, you think, great, I'm going to stick all of my equity on this trade without any kind of strategy, without any kind of justification or logic of way of taking that. As soon as you get in, Murphy's Law will tell you it's just going to reverse and take your money off you. So that's the misconception, is that it's gambling. And that's only because the majority of people approach it with a gambling mindset. And that's why the majority of people lose. So just to reiterate, and I say this every single day, before you get into the markets, before you even think about trying to do some day trading, just remember that 85% of people that put money into the stock market lose that money. They lose money long term. They never become profitable. If you add the other instruments like forex, options, futures, etc., that statistic goes even higher. It's actually 95% of people lose money long term. So it's important that you don't approach trading with a gambling mindset. You do learn a strategy. You do learn how to trade. You spend some time, spend a couple of months just learning what trading is and how to trade, and learning the market, practicing in a simulator, paper trading, before you put money into it. And then when you do, start small, but practice in a simulator first. Learn a strategy first. I can't stress that enough. I'm not in the UK, I'm in Ireland, but I am from the UK. Any tips for reading candles? Green means good, red means bad. Unless you're a short trader, then reverse it. There's a number of different things you should be looking at. Is with candles, as a day trader, what a lot of people don't see. It's like somebody said on the stream yesterday, one of the trolls on the stream, they're talking about eToro or whatever. And one of the reasons eToro is not a great platform for trading is you can't even get volume. The volume is not a measurement on eToro. And you can't judge your entries without volume. You can't judge your separate histogram. But volume is absolutely key. So we're looking for volume and volatility for trading. Can I tell you something about risk management? Absolutely. It's the #1 factor that you need to learn and need to get good at when it comes to day trading. If you can't manage risk and you can't be disciplined around your risk management, you will lose money. It's that simple. There's no need to shout. It's no need to shout, Humphrey. There's no need to shout. But what's my trading? I traded a number of different strategies. I'm a pattern day trader, so I trade pattern breakouts. eSignal is good. eSignal is a good platform. I've not traded with it, but I have demoed it, and eSignal is a good platform. Yes, the course covers strategy. In fact, what I'll do right now, while it's quiet pre-market, we've got an hour before we start. What I'll do here is I'll just go through the actual syllabus so that you can learn what I'm talking about with the course. Okay. Oops. That's not good. Forgot that I'd take my right. Flip the camera. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm talking about with the course, I'm just going to make this a bit smaller so we can see it on YouTube. You can get this link in TikTok is here. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, these links here are in the description on YouTube. I don't know if they're in the description on Twitch if it's carried across, but in YouTube, you'll get in here. You go into the link tree, and the first one is the course that I'm talking about and that I'm shilling and that's sold out for. Okay, so this is the course that I put together, and I'm just going to scroll down here and show you the actual syllabus. So the introduction to trading is the first lecture, and there's over 17 hours of lecture material to go through. So it's quite a comprehensive course. But the first lecture is actually recorded and it's up on YouTube, and you can see that for free. Just go to my YouTube channel and you can actually watch that first lecture for free, and it will give you an insight into day trading and the potentials for trading as a career. Chapter 2, or the second lecture, is about risk management, and it goes into the principles of risk management and what you should be doing and all the different areas that are risk management. Then we start As again, part of risk management is the stocks that you select. So we'll go into stock selection, what we're looking for before we take a trade, what a stock pick is, and rather than signal, people asking me to call out signals and alerts and things. You get your own signals and alerts, and I'll tell you how to find them. Find the stocks that are likely to move before they move and why. Then we'll look at charting, how to set up your charts, how to read charts, understanding what windows are, understanding your entry points and exit points, that kind of thing. And then we get into the chart patterns. So if we're talking about reading patterns and pattern formations, I'm a pattern trader, so I'm looking for pattern breakouts. So all my strategies revolve around patterns of some description. So it'll be flags, pennants, triangles, wedges, all that kind of stuff. So there's a whole section there's a 90-minute lecture on intraday chart patterns and how to trade them. Then the strategies themselves. The next one, and you got there's a couple of printouts as well. I think the printouts is in the trade management section, but there's a couple of printouts that you can print them off with the strategies as cheat sheets, have them on your desk when you're trading, and use it. Then we'll look at stock scanning and the scanners that I use. And you can use any scanners. So there's a number of different scanners out there. There's free scanners. You can get FinViz and Yahoo Finance. But I've found you get what you pay for. eSignals has a good scanner. Someone was talking about eSignal a couple of seconds ago. So eSignal has a good scanner. And what I've found is Benzinga for me is the best. Okay, so we're looking at stock scanning. Then we look at the trade management, the psychological element. Okay, trade management, the emotional element, the psychological element. How do you keep that in check? And the bottom line is it's down to practice, if I'm being completely honest. But there's a whole lecture on that, and tips and tricks on how to do that. Then we get a bit more technical. We start talking about reading level 2, hotkeys, that kind of thing. Then we talk about trading as a business plan, and in that there's the full trading plan of there's a 3-month plan, trading plan to trade as a day trader. Then we're getting to some more advanced technical indicators and some of the strategies with advanced technical indicators, like using the RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, that kind of stuff. And then there's an introduction to options trading. Now, I'm going to be expanding on options trading. There's only an introduction lecture on options trading, but options is a completely a whole other ball game when it comes to trading. So I've got a whole section on options which I've put together, and I'm going to be recording that in the next couple of days, and that will be up shortly for all of you that are in the course already. You can look forward to that being published shortly. So that's the course, and that's what you get for literally for 150 bucks. That's what you're getting. 140, not even 150 bucks. So it's 142 bucks. It's about 120 pounds, about 130 euros. Okay. You can go for a longer period. You get more coaching with a longer period, and it's entirely to you. You scroll down to the bottom just to know that just as proof of that these strategies work. You've got my P&Ls here, so my TradingView logs and my broker reports at the bottom there. So just to show that I'm not kind of just speaking crap. I'm actually using these strategies myself, and I'm profitable from that. So that's the first one on the link. That's the course. However, while I'm here, I may as well go into where I find the stocks. So the stocks here I use are from Benzinga. I'll just move this back up again. So Benzinga on the link tree or in the description. If you're on YouTube, it's check the description to the video. So this is Benzinga Pro. These are my scanners. Down here, I've got my gap scanner. At the moment, you can see the top 3 which are on the watch list at the moment are Drct Digital, Adagio, and Sonoma. We can actually click on that for more in-depth information. It's at the fingertips. It's got the price. It's got how much it's moved up. overnight. It's got the volume that's traded already. So this is my gap scanner. This makes up the majority of my watch list pre-market. After market, I tend to switch my attention to this scanner, which is a momentum scanner. This tells me what's moving in the last 15 minutes. So what's got the momentum. And I also keep an eye on what is surging. So the last 5 minutes, what's moved the most and what's being traded the most. So this one's sorting by volume. Down here, I have my signals. So if there are any price spikes or halt resumes in the open market, so for volatility, and also daily highs. So if we're breaking out with high of day, I get it notified here in real time. And I've got my rolling news alerts here. So this tells me news as it breaks. And that's Benzinga. And if you go back up to the tree in my bio, this is Benzinga here. It's the third one down. And you can click through to that and get a free trial for that. It's really good. I swear by it, and I use it every single day. So that is, and this here is Daytrading Pro. The Daytrading Pro, I'm trading on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Those are the two main time frames that I use. I'm also looking at the 60 and daily charts, but really I'm using these for confirming of support and resistance levels. So as we can see on the daily direction digital, there's not a lot of daily resistance up here where it's at. We have to go right the way back earlier in the year. On the daily, we're way off. So these highs up here, we could see some good movement. So that's when watching direction digital. Over here is just my watch list. This is the watch list, 8 different stocks, all on the 1 minute time frame, so I can actually see if something starts moving, and if I'm not trading something, I can actually follow the action. And over here, I've just got the chat. So this is you guys talking to me in the chat. And with that, I will switch it around, and we go again. I hope that made sense to everyone, and if it didn't, I apologize. But it is what it is. I'll just plug in my charger. No, that's not working, so I'll have to use my other one. Ain't gonna work. Just have to hope that I don't run out of battery power in the next hour or so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, AMC is, I don't know. It did this yesterday. It did this exact same thing yesterday. It was around the 29s yesterday. So I'm not. Trent, what lies am I selling, buddy? You seem to be a man of conviction, so you come out and give me some facts. You know, hate is a terrible thing. Bitterness is even worse. It's not a very attractive. It's not a very attractive trait in most people. So you know, go and get yourself go back home to mummy and get yourself a hug. It sounds like you need one. Biggest volume going into today at the moment is Adagio. ADGI has got the biggest volume going into the open at the moment. Which coin? If I could choose one, I've chosen two actually. I'm hedging my bets with XRP and Cardano. That's what I'm long on, but that's not financial advice. That's just me hedging my money. It's a place for me to store money that I know it's going to work for me. Is all the chapters for free? You want me to train you for free? Train the rest? I'm training I'm actually educating everybody for free on every single day. If you want it all concise and in a packaged format that you can learn from, you go and buy the course. The first one's free. The rest, it's like the first hit of Coke. You know, the first one's free. The next one you pay for. So Trent, what you say, see, your mentality is one of what's known as a poor man's mindset, and what that means is that you don't understand what money actually is. And because I make money from doing one thing doesn't mean I'm not going to make money from doing something else. Okay, it's called diversification. Someone said, why do I sell a course if I'm making money trading? I mean, that's like asking Gordon Ramsay why he owns a restaurant if he's making money being a chef. Or why does he sell cookbooks if he's making money being a chef? You know, there's no logic to it, okay? It's called diversification. I'm not in the UK, Snort. My accent might be UK, but I'm not in the UK. Not based in the UK. I don't give stock signals. I don't give stock picks. And if you're asking people for stock signals or stock picks or anything like that, then that shows me a lot about your mentality, because you're asking for shortcuts. And I tell everybody that there are no shortcuts. If people tell you they know what's going to happen with a stock that's going to come up, that's, you know, they might look at the fundamentals of it and they'll have an educated guess, but that's all they're doing, is it's guessing. I trade patterns, I trade momentum. I'll get into a stock when it's moving and I'll get out again. So I've got strategies to make money on the market which are consistently successful for me. That's not saying that they won't be, they will be successful for you, because you come across to me like somebody that's got zero patience, that you can't learn how to do a strategy and be disciplined enough to execute against it. So, you know, but you do you. I mean, coming into my stream, it shows that you're not prepared to listen and learn. You just spouting utter drivel and you know, hatred. It says a lot about you, buddy. And what it says about you is that you've not got any life. Otherwise, you'd be out doing something with your life. You know, the people that are actually in my stream that aren't spouting the kind of toxic drivel that you are here to learn. And that's what I'm doing. I'm educating people. So if you actually listened and watched, you might learn something, buddy. He does want me to give him the lottery numbers. It's as I say, it's a poor man's mindset. It's like, okay, you're making, you know, so much money doing one thing. Why are you doing that for then? Why are you charging for that bit then? Why are you doing that? Why do you want to shop if you are a successful plumber? You know, why have you got your wife working in a cafe if you've got money in the bank? It just makes no sense, buddy. Cheers, Troy. So, Direct Digital's pulled all the way back to the VWAP. ADGI, it's trading under the VWAP. It's I don't mind that, if I'm being completely honest right now. It's down at 585s. We're way off the 711 highs. So realistically, we want to get back over $6. So we just need to map out the key areas of resistance that we see in the next 50 minutes or so. Sonoma, that's consolidating sideways, also under the volume weighted average price. So we're just getting a bit of consolidation right now, period of consolidation. We've got our house, which has just hit the scanners, but low volume, And that's pretty much it now. So I'm going to have a look at this one on low volume, so see if it's going to pick up any volume. Let's have a look at why. There's a conference, Q4 earnings conference call in progress right now. So that's probably why it's just popped up. So there's no strong catalyst for that. So it's up 17%. Not big volume, so I'm not going to be adding that to the watch list just yet. How do I find Wolfie? You should know this. I mean, you're supposed to be an expert, aren't you? But no, I use Benzinga. Benzinga, for me is indispensable. Is probably the best word I can use. Benzinga, I use it every single day. I just gave a tour around it just a few minutes ago. So if you weren't on the stream then, I'm sorry, but I'll do another tour a bit later. But Benzinga is where I get my stock picks, where the scanners tell me what's moving, why it's moving, how much it's moving, etc. So Benzinga. DJM, you can't please everybody, but I actually enjoy the haters coming in because they engage more than the people that are actually here to learn, and that engagement, it does wonders for the algorithm. So it pushes out to more people, and you know, we've gone up from like 50 people in the chat to, while he's been engaged and throwing his vitriol into the chat, we're now 84 people. We've got over 5,000 likes already. So you know, bless him. I mean, this is that. See, that's what I'm talking about. His latest comment is, if I was a good person, who on earth says that I'm a good person? I mean, what part of this entire setup makes you think that I'm a good person? Nobody ever said that I'm a good person. Nobody. That's the first. That was your first mistake. Okay. So if I'm a good person, I would educate people for free and not create paywall barriers. But firstly, I don't consider myself a good person. You know, I'm not a bad person, but I'm not a good person. Secondly, I'm not running a charity. My time is as valuable as anybody else's. If Alpha Sites and a bunch of other people are prepared to pay me $400 an hour, then me charging for the time I put in to create those lectures is no different. So I'm charging for my time. Just because you want it for free doesn't mean I should give it away for free. The information that's contained in the course is freely available on the internet, Trent. If you want to spend the time and do the work like I did and educate yourself, then go out and learn. Go and find the information, put it all together, create your own course, you know? But nobody, with your toxic attitude, nobody's going to buy anything from you, because what you lack is something called charisma, which is something that why people actually relate to me, is because I don't waffle. You're talking about waffle. I tell things in lay terms and be transparent, and that add a little bit of charisma, and that's why people keep coming back to my streams day after day, and the majority of them are learning. Well, you know, you're just too stupid to learn. So 100%, Tommy, 100%. I've got now about 6 different income streams, and the course is now one of them. So yes, you do, Trent. You do have a woke mentality. I'm glad you've recognized it. Why am I always arguing? It's called engagement. And, you know. There's always hard months, Tommy. Always hard months. Last year, summer, it just, every month got less and less, and I was kind of thinking I was doing something wrong, and it was just the market. It was just the market. I hear you, Darren. I hear you. It cost me about 150 euros. It's about 170. I think it's 177 euros a month for the one that I've got for Benzinga, which is the essential package. There's three different packages that you can get from Benzinga. There's an expert one with options mentoring, and I don't pay for that one. I get the kind of the intermediate one, which is essential. It cost me about 177 quid a month, which in the grand scheme of things, it pays for it. It's paid for itself over and over again. He's coming on here and he's not left. He's still here, so he's obviously a fan. You know, if I'm living in your head rent free, it's because you're a fan. How much do I make from trading in an average month? Well, this year in 2022, I'm over I'm six figures on average. I'm over six figures at the moment on each month. So at the moment today, I'm about 100 and just shy of 120,000, 110,000, just shy of 110,000 profit in March. I did 74,000 in February, and I did about 135,000 in January. So I'm averaging six figures, and that's what I've targeted myself on. I've targeted myself on 5,000, an average of 5,000 a day. This is dollars, not euros or pounds. It's an average of 5,000 a day because I've worked that back on 20 trading days. My goal is to be a seven-figure trader this year. You're not charging people for courses because you've got nothing to charge them for, because you don't know anything. There you go. What do I invest in? What do I invest into? So I've got a growing portfolio now, which I've got a number of high cap stocks that are in there. I've got a couple of ETFs which I dollar cost average into as well, and I've got a long term holding in four crypto coins. You probably will, actually. What am I wearing today? Oh, I'm wearing my Patek today. This watch probably costs more than he earns in a year. The platform I'm using is Daytrading Pro. How much do I put in per day? Hopefully, I'm not putting anything in. So, how much did I put in to start off with? So, it's a good question, Big Apple. So from a daily perspective, I start the beginning of each month with a certain equity level. And then at the end of each month, I withdraw my gains, I withdraw my profits, and start with a similar equity level again at the next month. And that's how I work it. But that's how I look at it as a job, as a career. Is that way I'm not holding unnecessarily revenue with capital markets, and I take that out and then I redistribute it into other areas. Now, on average, I'll start a month with approximately $30,000 at the beginning of a month, give or take, depending, but give or take about $1,000. Usually about $30,000 at the beginning of a month, and then I'll grow that across the course of the month. In February, I did a small account challenge, so I did something a little bit different, and I opened an account with capital markets with $5,000, and it was just less than $5,000. After landing charges and fees, etc. And the challenge was to grow that $5,000 account, small $5,000 account, to $50,000 in the month of February, 19 trading days. And I thought it was an ambitious. I thought it was an ambitious goal if I'm being completely honest. But we smashed it. We actually, at one stage, we were up over $105,000 at one stage, and then we gave the last 2 days were red for us, and we gave back 25% off the top. And we finished on $74,000 profit, $79,000 worth of equity. So I took $50,000 out at the end of February, and I started again at $29,000, and that's what we've been trading on in March. So in theory, you don't have to put money in on a daily basis. Unless you blow up your account, you only really should be having to or change brokers. You should only have to deposit in your broker the once. If you're profitable, you're just taking your profits on any given month. If you're not, then you might top up. But I've not topped up my account since February last year. Okay. Right, you're going on a timeout, buddy. Come back in 5 minutes, little boy. So I've just put Trent on a timeout. He's on a 5-minute timeout. He's annoying too many people. He can come back and spout his drivel in 5 minutes, but if he does, I'll just boot him. I'm buying the stock. So I've got direct access software, which actually is what the DAS stands for with the Daytrader. So I'm buying the stock. Spread trading, yeah, it's market orders and the spreads are a lot bigger. So it's more difficult to do spread betting than it is to actually buy the stock with you've got narrower spreads and you can put limit orders in there, and it's you've got the direct access. Spread betting, it's always market orders. So I don't spread bet. It's a shame because spread betting, if you're doing spread betting, you're essentially betting on the similar instruments, the same movements, if you will. But also spread betting, you don't get the bookies or the brokers that do the spread betting won't give you the full depth of the market. So you end up with the stocks that are moving like today. Adagio, probably you won't be able to spread bet on that because it's not something that they carry. Yes, the fees can be high. The fees can be high. So it depends on how many trades you're taking and the share size you're taking. Because if you're getting hit with ECN fees, it's you get charged per share. So if you take a big size, it can come back and bite you on the rear end. If you're trading a lot and if it's per share, it all adds up. If it's per transaction, again that adds up, and you need to make sure that you factor that into your risk as well. So absolutely, the fees and charges can add up across the day. The most I've made in a single day is $102,000 last October. So X38, you want to know how much dollars do I trade in a single day? It depends. I wouldn't say that in terms of liquidity, how much money I'm putting into the market and taking out. It really does depend. It depends on the stocks I'm trading, how many times I trade, the position size, and of course, what governs all of that is the equity I start the day at. So I'm starting today almost $150,000 equity, which is give me almost 900,000 buying power. So I can go in with add huge liquidity to the market and take small gains. And in the grand scheme of things, that'll work for me. I'm not risking so much. Well, if you look at his profile, you can see he's only about 22 or something, if that, 19 or something. He's only a baby. So I don't want to put him off trading. I do trade crypto, but I don't intraday trade crypto. I don't day trade crypto, and I've gone through the reasons for that in the past. Spider 250. It's a long way off 250. It's nearly 460 at the minute. So where are you getting 250 from? You really think it's going to plunge that much? UK. Well, what screeners do I use? I'm using Benzinga. Oh, the scanners and screeners are from Benzinga, and I find them invaluable. How did I learn? By throwing away my money at the markets. I lost a lot of money. That was my tuition fee, effectively. I lost money trying to learn, and then came across a couple of different strategies, tweaked it for my own style and my own kind of trading. The strategies I use they're not my strategies. They are commonly known strategies, and that's why they work. The more people that trade the strategies, the better they work. So the patterns, as a pattern breakout trader, I suppose is the way you're describing me, a pattern trader, other retail traders are looking for exactly the same patterns that I am. So as we get that breakout, we're all jumping in at the same place, and that's why it makes those breakouts reliable. Yeah, absolutely. Just my emails on the link tree, or just nip into my my IG and email me there, Tommy. No problem. I don't trade the UK markets. I don't trade the FTSE. I don't trade the German DAX. I don't trade the Hong Kong Hang Seng or whatever. There's no volume. I'm not saying there's no volume, but there's not enough volume. So the two things that you need to be a profitable day trader, the two best friends to be a profitable day trader, are volume and volatility. And while you can get volatility on the UK market, on the FTSE, there's just not enough volume. IGMS, I don't know. Let's have a look with IGMS and I'll tell you. I don't know what is wrong with IGMS. It's currently $30, slightly up on the day, but it's not great volume. So Danny did a doodle. I don't know what are you seeing with IGMS. I'm looking at the chart now, and it had its pump yesterday. It had a really good pump, and after the bell. And then it sold off all afternoon, and it's pretty flat on the closing price from yesterday. Will it have a continuation? I don't know. If that's what you're asking, will it continue the pump? Because it pulled back and sold off, but it didn't. It held most of its gains. It didn't retrace all the way. It probably moved up from what 19, from about $20 up to 36. It's now 30. So it's probably pulled back about 30% of its gains. Different Trent. If it was that Trent, I would be I would be completely pandering to him. Can I explain about the graphs? What do you need me to explain, Jack-on? I'm using candlestick charts, and the candlesticks are, if it's in an upwards move, then it's green. If it's a downwards move, it's red. The candlesticks come in, they show you four different things, four different, depends on what time frame you're on, but they show you four different data points. They show you the high of that time frame, the low of that time frame, the opening price, and the closing price. And that's what I'm looking at here. The technical indicator I've got on there, the blue line, is the volume weighted average price. The little histogram at the bottom of the charts is the volume. And what do I mean by volume? It's the amount of shares being traded at any given time. Yeah, Jinzo, that's exactly what they're doing. They want shortcuts. They're not prepared. This is a whole generation out there that don't actually want to work. They don't want to learn a skill. They refuse to go and work at McDonald's or something to earn money because mummy and daddy owe them a living. So yeah, they're always looking to find pump and dumps. They realize there's good money to be made in the finance markets, which, to be fair to them, is information that if I'd learned earlier, I'd be in a lot better position now. Unfortunately, they don't teach you that kind of thing in school. So the age of the interweb has brought that kind of information to the masses, and we're seeing this huge transfer of wealth as a result. Veed 71. Come on, let's cut out the puerile humor. What got me into trading? Money. I've been interested in the markets for a long time. I've been value investing for about 10, 15 years. When I worked in Dell EMC, I got shares as part of my package, and then I started from there. So I've been value investing for quite some time. But what got me into trading was I did have a 9-to-5, quite a lucrative 6-figure salaried position with a software company here in Dublin. And when I lost that during the pandemic, I got a severance package, and I used that to invest in a couple of different things. And one of them was in the markets, and I taught myself how to day trade. Now, to be fair, I lost money. I lost a lot of money to start off with. I lost 25,000, 30,000 in the markets in the first 6 months, which to me at that time was a huge portion of my savings. So when I started I just stuck at it. But when I started being profitable, and I've been consistently profitable ever since, I found the strategy that works for me, and I trade that strategy consistently. People say, no, the money's in crypto. I'm like, well, you do you, boo-boo. I'm going to stick with my small cap stocks because I know how to trade those. I know how to trade crypto as well. I know how to trade futures. I know how to trade options, but I make my money in small cap stocks. So if it ain't broke, I ain't going to fix it. Yes, she does every time she's on the sofa at the minute. She's having her daily snooze. So Direct Digital, which is one we called out earlier, that's the top gapper at the moment, 82. It's been breaking highs. Looks like probably the best one right now before the market opens. So just 482 is the current high of day. We've had this little pullback, a little bit of consolidation. So I'm just looking now for the break of that high for a potential entry. I want to see it coming. I want to see that break with good volume. Did you catch that one, Phil? I was busy addressing the chat, so good man. Glad to see someone was paying attention to the stock market whilst I was busy addressing the stream. But good man, Phil. If you caught that, there's potentially more in this one. I can see that there's more in this one. And we're just consolidating around that $0.75 level. That's 75-cent level right now. If it breaks 482, just watch the volume come in as it moves up. There we go. So I've just got in for the break of that high. Got quickly rejected, so it didn't quite break. We saw the volume come in, so it's going to retest it. Got 5,000 shares in there. I want to see this reaching 490s before I take profit. I'm risking 5 cents to make 10. So again, that's part of the risk versus reward. Always have a higher gain, higher goal than you have risk. So we didn't get the follow through on the volume there, Phil, but it's moving now. It's almost up to 490s, taking a little bit. So this is DRCT. This is Direct Digital. This is one of the 3 stocks I called out about an hour ago, and we're just slowly moving up. So I'm just watching this. We're not getting the volume following through because it's pre-market. That's what that is. But it is quite extended. Had that one pullback, which is why I was looking for the break of the high there. I don't mind it pulling back to consolidate for a move up. But we're just waiting for the approach to kind of $5. We'll probably see a bit of resistance at $5, given that it is the whole dollar level. So let's pull back at. It went up to 495. We saw, you know, buy the dip. I'm confident with this one. So we saw that it just kind of moved up to 495. It's going to try and retest the whole dollar level. We might get some resistance. I'm looking at the daily, and the last time it was up this level, it's not been. This is highs. This is all-time highs. So this was an IPO back in February, it looks like, or it listed on the market back in February. So we're now, these are all-time highs. So we've got blue skies ahead. We'll just look at the psychological levels for resistance, but let's look at these. We were testing this $0.75 level as a support level, so I'm just looking at that. Got this 470 that it's tapped on 1, 2, 3, 4 times, so I'm using that as a support level. It is Daytrading. That's exactly what it is. But it's 2 words. Direct Access Software is the DAS. Daytrading. I'm looking at Direct Digital. So it's DRCT. Right now we've got 10,000 share position in there. This is really, it's just gapping up on Q4 sales results. So it's had good Q4 sales results, but go figure. Sometimes the market takes a liking to a stock more than just for Q4 results, rather than you know, a pharmaceutical stock with good news on clinical trials or something, which is what we had with one of the other stocks, Adgi, I think it was, with COVID. With a COVID medicine, and Sonoma was with a UTI medicine. Okay, so if it breaks 470, we get out. We get out there. Oh, that didn't quite break the highs the way we wanted it to, so it's cost us $1,300. But I'm confident we'll make that back. That's got a lot more to do on that one. Bill, I'll keep my eye on that one. I think that's going to move up. We should see. I reckon that'll break $5 easily today. Yeah, it is up 85% pre-market. So yeah, we just lost $1,300 on that trade. It pulled back a little bit too much for me. Now it's going the other direction. So if we get back in, 482 is the same entry level again. So if it moves up again, I might, depending on the volume, I might get back in, but we'll see. I'm just looking at the moment. I was just trading Direct Digital. We've been looking at Adagio. It's got good catalyst news. We've been looking at Sonoma. It's also got a decent catalyst news. Those are the only ones that are moving with good volume at the moment. We're getting some of the oil stocks starting to hit the scanners now. So Indonesian Energy, Houston American, etc. They're starting hitting the scanners. So it looks like oil's trying to make a move upwards today. No problem, PJ. What was I in at? We entered at 482, but it went up to kind of 490s. We were looking for 495, didn't quite get there. So when it pulled back, we cut at 470, which that was the resistance level that we were looking at on the 5-minute was 470. So just zoom in on the 5 so people can actually see what I'm talking about there. So we saw the bottom of this 5-minute candle was 470. That's why we decided that was our stop loss. Okay, so we just re-entered there at 480. 481. We just got filled at 481. So I'm looking for the move up to 495 this time. Just give it a bit of time, give it a little bit of breathing room. We've got 15 minutes before the bell, so we've got plenty of time to take a trade, make the money back. So again, 470 will be, give it 10 cents. 10-cent risk. I can do it all on one laptop screen. I can do the trading on one laptop screen, and then I just flick to the scanner. So if I was just had a laptop, which I can do that, I'll be trading on the laptop screen, and then just flip. You know, when I'm not trading, go to the scanners and have a look at the scanners. But ideally, it really is better if you've got two screens, one for the trading screen and one for the scanners. I've got this screen here, which has got my. This is the one that I'm trading at the moment. But this is the watch list. I've got GME and AMC here as well. I've got the market wide of Nasdaq and the SPY here. So that's my watch list. I can actually see action. See, Sonoma's just making a bolt to the upside there. And I can see that out of my peripheral vision whilst I'm trading this. I want to see this make a bolt to the upside. Automated indicators. I'm not sure what you mean by automated indicators, but you mean trading robots or signal robots and things that tell you when to get in and when to get out. I don't believe in them because they use lagging indicators. So they might use the RSI or the MACD or some kind of moving average crossover for the indicators. Now, what they're doing is essentially telling you what's just gone on and give you an indication of what may continue. I prefer to trade the pattern breakouts and look for the action myself because you can see that action in the candlesticks as it happens rather than waiting for the indicators to tell you. So that they are lagging indicators. Okay, so I'll get out. That's not going my way. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of time to consolidate. I'm going to move this this pre-market high up there. So it's got to get over $5 for me now. I'm not going to enter a trade at $4.93 when $5 is just 7 cents away. But that's put us $3 in the hole for the day. So I'm going to have to wait till the open now. It's 15 minutes to the bell. So I'm using Daytrading Pro. That's what I'm using. No, this isn't Think or Swim. I like Think or Swim. I've used Think or Swim, which is the proprietary platform from TD Ameritrade. But this is Daytrading Pro. That's fantastic, that one, Phil. It's just consolidating right now, so I'm just going to wait for it to make its mind up. It might pull all the way back to the VWAP before it breaks out, so I'm going to wait till it breaks out now. So I'm glad you made profit though, but don't go throwing that away. Just continue to look for the patterns. Continue to look for the breakouts, Phil. Don't enter. You're out now. You've got green. Don't enter until it looks like it's a pattern about to break out. Oh, we're not getting a huge volume on these at the moment. But Direct Digital's good volume, but the others. ADGI had good volume. It's died down a little bit. We'll have to sort these charts out later, I think. Put the histograms on the bottom. Oh, no. Right. Okay, so got 10 minutes to the open, and Crypto Dad, you're in charge. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sure, Alistair knows where I'm going. Barocca time, Les, absolutely. A midday, beat the midday slump, as it were. I'm getting predictable in my old age. So GME is just no volume at all. AMC is way down below the volume weighted average price now, so those two aren't looking great. Oh, ADGI's just jumped out of the blocks there. Look at that. Let's have a look on the we're way off the pre-market highs of 711, so we have to look at see if there's any resistance levels here. For support there at the $0.25 level. Again at the $0.50 level. And it's kind of, yeah, so it's quarter and quarter, half and whole dollar levels. This one, which is ADGI, just jumped up. Don't mind watching this. The break of 525. This is it's Barocca. It's just kind of a pick-me-up vitamin drink. It's all right. Let me put the high of day. I've got it there, so I really want to see that break $5 with volume. ADGI, the high of day. No, we're way off. Bit extended. Let's have a look at Sonoma, the 15-minute, 5-minute, yeah, $0.25 level, $0.50 level. Okay, so quarter, half, and whole dollar levels on those two. This one, it's a whole dollar level. Yeah, so just looking at those psychological levels now for resistance, I guess. Let's see what happens at the open. We've got 7 minutes to the open. A pint of Irish cider, nice. So, guys, are any of you going to be trading the open? If you are, what's your favourite stock? Is it going to be ADGI? Is it going to be Sonoma? Is it going to be Direct Digital? Which one do you think is going to make the biggest moves? Let me know in the chat which stock you think is going to make the biggest moves at the open of those three: Direct Digital, ADGI, or Sonoma. Let me know your thoughts. Or another one of your own choosing. This breaks $5. I'll get in. Retesting the pre-market highs. We've got six minutes to the open. Just watching this, it's right up, coiling right up this 493 pre-market, the high of day so far. Well, it's all-time high, so it's just coiling right under this this high level. Now we've got there's a flat top that's forming, but it's forming under a descending wedge. So we've kind of got mixed signals here, kind of like a megaphone, if you will. Well, if it does hit, so if it does, we're just below 5 now. So if it hits 6, I'm right poised to take advantage of that move. You know, a 20% move from here will be lovely. I mean, what's it up? It's up 82% on the day already, 83%. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if this does. We've not seen a couple. To be fair, it's been about what, 10 days since we've seen a good parabolic mover. We've not seen much. AMC maybe on Monday. But that's about it. I mean, when I say parabolic mover, I'm talking 100 plus points. Whereas right now, we're kind of happy with 20-30% gains at the moment, this last couple of weeks. Neurasense, I think, was the last one that was that gapped up over 150%, wasn't it? A couple of weeks ago. I'll have to double check my reports. Let's have a look. A journal. Last week. Forge. That wasn't so much a parabolic mover as just volatile. Yeah, Neurasense last week. Last Monday, we got on that. We made 39 grand on that one. 39,000 on Neurasense last week. That was a good parabolic move. Lovely move. Do a few like that. One of those a week. Fantastic. VWAP. VMAP, VWAP is what you're looking for. The volume weighted average price. It comes down to the volume weighted average price. I mean, yeah, you can see that it bounced on the volume weighted average price before moving back up. So well spotted, Alistair. You've been paying attention in class. Well, it may come down. Comes down. I'm looking at this this level here, which is the $half level. We saw resistance previously at the $half level, the 450s. So that could act as a resistance, but we're also seeing that the VWAP's 440 right now, 440. So it's coming close to that. So they could come together towards the open, which is only in 90 seconds time, to add additional support if it does come down that far. I'm not sure it will, but we'll see. Yeah, I won't forget to change the scanners to regular session. So we've got a minute left. In fact, I'll change the scanners to regular session now, so they're already done for when the the bell rings. But thanks for reminding me. I have been a bit lazy and lax with that over the last couple of days, I have to admit. It's already done advanced now, so thanks, Asas. The scanners are now on regular hours. So I'm waiting for this one. I'm expecting that it'll either come down to the towards that VWAP area you're talking about, Alistair, in 30 seconds time, or we'll get the break of $5 and a move to the upside to probably 520s, 530s. Look at you. Maybe even more. Just looking at this extension bar here, we've got a good 80-cent move there, so we might even get it. There we go, the bell's open. So let's watch a bit of selling off on the two medical stocks that were gapping up. Get the resistance there at $5. We're in. Oh, we got a fantastic fill. I don't believe we got filled at that. That's phenomenal. I pulled the trigger at 5 and got filled at 485. I've never had that happen to me before. Such a good fill. Just taking 10,000 off. I just went in big size to start off with. I want to see it move up. Take another 10,000 off. Put us pretty much green on the day. So that's got us a cushion. We're 5,000 in this now. I didn't get the surge upwards I was expecting with this, but we're green on the day now, so that's only a good thing. So 585 gives me a 15-cent cushion I didn't expect. So I'm going to add another 5,000 to the position, and that gives us an average cost of 503, which is what I was expecting to get filled at. Happy days. Now our break even is our exit point. Our stop loss is now break even, so 503 is our stop. We've got a don't have to worry about halts. The next halt level here is over $6, so we're way off. We're just trying to make a bit of money here. See this over 525 there, so let's see this consolidate over 530. Going back a little bit. 15s. Say our exit is 503. We're in 520, so we've got a bit of cushion yet. Got to really reverse for us to get out. I'll do now. Actually, I'll take 512 as the exit now. GME and AMC have come to life. They're not making huge moves. This breaks any further. Right, get out. Okay, so we made 800 on that one. So, well, we were down 2,000, 3,000, I think it was pre-market. We're now 800 up. So I'll show the guys in the stream. So what we did at the open. Okay, so let me just zoom in here so you can actually see what's going on. So pre-market, we took a couple of trades and they went against us. But as the market opens, we pulled the trigger here for the break of $5. We actually got filled at 485. That's the beauty of putting a limit order. Sometimes you get filled at a much lower price. So I put my limit orders. It was on the bid. So with a spread, it was fantastic fill for me. And we took some profits here and here. We added back up here. It moved up and then it started pulling back. So we exited here. So at 510. So that on the profit and loss we're green. 800 already. So we were 3,000 down to start off with. Now we're 800 green. So we've got a bit of a little bit of a cushion on the day now to trade. But yeah, I'm not used to getting. What I normally do is I set my hotkeys and the set to buy on. Excuse me. Buy on the bid plus 10 cents. So that's my limit order. Or sell on the ask less 10 cents. And that's my limit order. So I actually got filled on the bid, which very rarely does that happen for me. So happy days. That's the beauty of trading limit orders as opposed to market orders. You get a better fill sometimes. So we're getting 530 as the resistance level here. Now, what else is moving? Direct digital is still the one. So 530 is the clear resistance level I want to look at. Getting this ascending wedge. a little rear line here for those that can't see it. And we've got this horizontal top here. So those that are watching on YouTube, you can see this little ascending wedge that's forming. A bit of a flat top here. Yeah, it's broke through once, but we're getting a little pattern here. So watch 530 for a breakout, and also as it breaks 530, look for a volume push. There we go. Didn't get as good a fill that time. We did get the surge up, and then this pull back. So got the surge up to 550, and then an instant pullback. So that was kind of a 25-cent move both ways. I want to see this bought up. Otherwise, it's put me in a big hole. Sometimes you just got to be quick to capture those moves on volume. It'd say it was going to come through when it breaks 530. It did exactly what I expected it, and I didn't react quick enough. Good 25-cent move we could have captured there. So I'm just waiting for this to retake it. Well, all the way back to $5 was not nice. I've not sold. I've held through that. Shouldn't really have done, but I have done. So this is a classic case of do as I say, not as I do. The only reason I've held this is because I do have a cushion on the day, and also coming into this day, we had 148,000 equity, so I can afford to be a little bit looser with my risk management. Not ideal in terms of discipline and sticking to a strategy, but sometimes you just want to give something that's volatile a little bit of breathing room, if you can afford to, if you have that tolerance for risk. This, you saw how quickly that flushed from 550 down to $5, a 50-cent move in a fraction of a second. And that's testimony to guys that just take that as a lesson how risky trading actually is. I don't remember pulling the trigger there. I must have hit one of the hotkeys by accident. So that's put us 4,700 in the hole again. Not good. So AMC and GME are not looking great. Both trying to attack the volume weighted average price. Still looking at anything else moving. ISIG. Insignia Systems. AMD's moving up. It's a good come on. There you go. AMD's moving. It is moving up. Up with volume as well. If anyone's in AMD, it's having a good day. AMC's not doing anything today. GME's not doing anything today. Actually down on the day, and then they're trading sideways, consolidating sideways. Direct Digital has begged me out twice. Once pre-market, once no. Just gonna look for something else. We're not seeing much movement on the scanners. ISPC, IQ. Let's have a look at IQ. Missed that move. And we're getting in there. Okay. An entry. No entry. Here we go. No. It's not volatile enough. Right, okay, well, I'll go back to the chat for now. Okay, so I don't trade intraday cryptos. I can have a look at the crypto market for you whilst you're there. So Ethereum is on the hourly. We're at 3,300, nearly 3,400. It's slightly down at the moment. Bitcoin is back around 47. It needs to hold at 47. 47,000. So this consolidation, I don't mind this consolidation. 47,000, even if it just taps that 46 like it did, and then a move to the upside, I think we might see another voluminous move to the upside towards kind of $49,000-$50,000. So I'm quite bullish on this setup with Bitcoin, even though it's coming down a little bit. I think we might get a bit of a turnaround later. Okay, let's have a look. This is where you fail. 476 pre-market. What were you in 476 pre-market? Was it Direct Digital? That's down below $5 now. So I hate when the technicals prove you right and you don't take advantage of it. $4.85. Was that on Direct Digital, Darren? Had no good trades today. Well, I had one good trade, but then it went against me. So yeah, there was a little pennant, a flat top pennant for me. I drew that on there. That was Direct Digital. HYMC, let's have a look, because that did move yesterday a little bit, but all the meme stocks have they've not really done anything. It came out of the gates. It's consolidating sideways, made a little bit of a move but it's consolidated mostly sideways, like the AMC and GME as well, which it tends to trade alongside. Costs, let's have a look at costs as well, which is another one of those. Yeah, costs is doing nothing either. So they seem to have topped out yesterday at the open, and they're not showing any signs of making a red to green move. ADGI is selling off. It's way below the volume weighted average price now. Same with Sonoma, or whatever it's called. Sonoma. So let's have a look at this one. High of day 1244. 43. Insignia Systems. This is the one that's currently on the scanners as the top gapper in the momentum scanner. Inspirato, come on, we traded that a while ago. This went to 750% this back in February. This is the one that really helped us with our small account challenge one. I think we got 63% gains on this in one day. Inspirato. So this can make big moves. So we're just having a little bit of a 1 minute consolidation pull. It's hit the scanners, 14% up over the last 15 minutes. It's on good volume. It's already done more now than it normally does every day. So high 165, 67. So this is ISPO, Inspirato. We've traded it before profitably. So iSig and ISPO are the two ones that are just popping up now. Don't do Forex. I didn't do the warrior trading course, no. But I know Ross trades a lot of the same patterns. It's bloody expensive. His course is expensive. Like 10 grand or something. $10,000 or something. I know you get a scanner and a lot with that, but still expensive. Yeah, just Inspirato, ALLG making a bit of a move. So let's have a look at that one, because that moved the other day and we caught that. 12% up already. Adgi. We're getting a few of these movers. This is where Benzinga comes into its own. Right now we're about 5,000 down on the day. Not seeing a huge amount of movement. Few that looking to pop up. ADGI. No. Still not great. Kind of got a reverse head and shoulders, but it's for me to trade that one again. It's got to get above the VWAP, and I don't think it's going to do that. The wider market is down as well, so it's just trading sideways. It's very choppy at the minute, guys. So just because if you are trading, just be careful. It's very choppy sideways movement. We're not getting a lot of upwards movement. So Insignia. Lego we traded a couple of days ago. Adgi we traded a couple of weeks ago. And Inspirato we traded a couple of weeks ago, back in February. This is the one that moved 750% on the day. Went from kind of $15 all the way up to $110. It's funny how they just sell off. Dare say some people will be still holding bags at $60, $70, and $80 on this, and it's trading at $9.32. Just not seeing anything moving right now. Okay. Do I use leverage? Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely, all the time. And most brokers will give you a margin account by default. So they'll usually give, depending on how much you put in there. So I think most brokers, they'll give you kind of a 2-to-1 leverage from about $500 upwards, and they'll give you kind of a 4x leverage after 2,500 or something like that, or whatever it is, 2,000 or something like that. So most brokers give you a margin. You have to ask for a cash account if you don't want leverage, if you don't want margin on your account, then you usually have to ask for a cash account, or specifically sign up for a cash account as opposed to a margin account. How did you get on, Matthew, with Direct Digital DRCT? You say did you well? How did you get on? Yes, you can go into debt with leverage. Absolutely. So the thing is with leverage is that what will happen is you could get margin called. Your broker will liquidate your position if it goes into if it looks like it's going into a red position, but they'll liquidate your position at a market order. So you might get slippage there first and foremost. So at that stage, you might be a little bit in debt to the broker, but then on top of that, they will leverage all the fees and charges and commissions. So if you do get margin called and they liquidate your position, it's inevitable that you will owe the broker some money. So if you blow up your account, the chances are you will owe the broker money, and you will have to refund it, whatever you owe them, plus whatever you're replenishing it with. So just be careful with leverage. Oh, I'm glad I didn't see that one, because we've got the big volume, we've got the break of highs, but with no follow through. High here is 18, 12.18. Not seeing anything that's jumping out at me right now. Direct Digital has just failed. It's now well below the volume weighted, well below the VWAP. Adgi is trying to retake the VWAP, so if it gets above $6, I might be interested. No one asked for your opinion, Snorty. It's a seller's market today by the looks of it. There's a lot of sideways chop, and all the gappers have just failed. All the pre-market gappers have failed. So, still watching ADGI, still watching Direct Digital, even though they are not looking great. Yeah, we've got this $half levels proving troublesome for Insignia, this one. ISIG. I want to see it break the $half, which just happens to be high of day. Let's have a look at it on. Yeah, we had trouble at this level previously. So 1250s is been a resistance and support level for this before. So I'm just no surprise now. I'm just looking at the daily. Back in December, we got some resistance at 1250. We got resistance in February at 1250. We got support in January at 1250 on Insignia. So this is a significant level. Is 1250. Hey Shando, how you doing? Oh, we've retained quite a few people in the chat. How many likes have we got? Oh, pretty much the same amount of likes we had in that first hour. Oh, but cheers, guys. So let's get over 6,000 likes in the Tiki-Toki chat. Let's tap the screen 10 times until we get over 6,000. We only need 300 likes, so we've got 50 people in there. So 5,800 is what we're on at the minute. Let's get it over 6. There you go. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, we're just not seeing anything worth trading, which is a shame. IGMS. There's no point taking a trade just for the sake of taking a trade. There's nothing on the scanners that's Neurosense. I remember talking about Neurosense just earlier, so wondered why that wasn't showing then. That's still red on the day, but again, low volume, so New Egg. Not seen that one for a long time. New Egg. What's the catalyst here? Is the one. New earnings, New Egg. This is one of the meme stocks, so that's why we're getting a lot of people trading it. I'll take a position, the break of highs. Position. Oh, see this up at 780s. Nice. AMC's over the VWAP now, so it's trying to make an upwards move, as is GME. Still down on the day though. Getting a bit of resistance at that $0.75 level. Oh, the low of this one is 742. Auto. How noise is that? In like a wild boar. It's sometimes it's if the market's choppy and there's nothing to trade and or you're not feeling like it or whatever, then you don't trade. You don't have to take a trade. The market will be open tomorrow. You know, it's up to you when to trade, and you've got to be disciplined enough to know that. Look, I had a good day yesterday, 11,000 yesterday. So what I don't want to be doing is giving 11,000 back today. But what you've got to recognise is over the course of a week, if you're green across the week, if you make $5,000 a week, that's $20,000 a year, $20,000 a month, and that's $250,000 a year. So there we go. That's what I was waiting for. I want to see this back up and break eights. We're in new egg, so any GG. Break of the whole dollar, break of $8, just added to the position. So 780 is our average price. Broke $8. Low of this candle, 760. Give it 20 cents. 61, yeah, 20 cents. Yeah, the Nasdaq is choppy. It's very choppy. It's very sideways and choppy. It's up and down. The thing is that that's why I like to look at the VWAP, is that it's a good intraday trend indicator. It means that if the candles are all opening and closing above the VWAP, it's in an upwards trend. If they're opening and closing below the VWAP, it's in a downwards trend. If they're straddling, if the candles are straddling the VWAP, or they're up and then they're down across it, it's choppy, it's sideways. And these choppy markets are the most difficult to trade because nothing holds. So you get the move, your initial move up, you spot the move on the momentum scanners, but it doesn't hold. So you end up, that's how you end up losing money. You see a pattern, it breaks out briefly, you think, okay, well, I'm looking for a 20-cent move, it moves 15 and then pulls back. And if you've not taken profits, you end up in the hole, which is where I am today. So I'm kind of 4,000 down at the moment, 4,800 down on the net P&L. So it's yeah, choppy day today, Shanda. Very choppy day. P&L's P&L's not good today. It's a red day at the minute. There's still time. Whereas we've got 25 minutes before the stream ends. But it's very choppy. It's so very choppy today. What's the high of this one? 85. $80. Well, that didn't go according to plan. And the little next candle to make a new high piece there, potential bullish pennant or bullish flag, breakout and complete fake out. So bouncing at 760. The fourth time it's probably going to break down. Surprised if it doesn't. If it does bounce, I'll be surprised. I think this is going to break down there. Yeah, there you go, with volume. So that's put us 11 grand in the hole today. So today's a red day. It's not a good day to trade for me. I hope you guys are having a better time of it than I am, because I'm not having a good day today. And to be fair, it's if I'd executed when I should have executed and traded the way I'm expected to trade, I would have made profits on these moves. But I've just not been at it for whatever reason. You can't win them all. Such a good start to the week as well. 2 green days in a row. All right, what else is moving? If anything. Trent got the better of me. Well, it's those, it's the corner taken quickly. That does it for me. 800 green. You're up all 800 only today. Up 800, it means you're green. You're profitable. That's all that matters. If you're profitable, any green day is a good day. It doesn't matter if it's 800. It doesn't matter if it's 80. 80, 800, 8,000. The only difference is sizing. No, absolutely. Tomorrow's another day, but typical. We'll get the VWAP bounce there now, but that's just the way that the market goes. I'm just going to keep an eye. I've got 15 minutes before I need to do anything. Just see if anything pops up. Like that's a very small volume, but let's have a quick look. EFRI. No, the volume's it's not big enough. So let's just move this down here. This moved up on Monday. Had a good day with the rest of the meme stocks on Monday. Where's our old friend AMC? What's that doing? Oh, it's above the VWAP. Will we get a red to green move here? It's not really trading in a way that I'm comfortable with. It's very choppy. I'm not going to trade that. I'm not going to risk that. GME is no better. Let's have a look at AgriForce. Went up to $4, was harshly rejected. Lego, similar move. Inspirato, below the VWAP. Yeah. Yeah, they're just not getting them. You're just not getting the follow through. So, unless we get something decent in the next 5-10 minutes, it looks like I'm going to take the dog for a walk and put this one down to a bad day at the office. Potential reversal on DRC. I'm not sure. Have a quick Bollinger in there. I'm not sure about reversals on. I don't think it's that extended enough for a reliable reversal. But yeah, Bollingers. Look at the RSI instead. No. I'm not seeing, it's not very extended at all in terms of reversal strategy. Not extended enough. On the 5 minute, I can see the extension bar down, but it was on the back of that big extension bar up. So no, I'm not seeing a reliable reversal play on that one just yet. But that's not to say it won't happen. Yeah, there's nothing moving. It's one of those days. Let's go back to neg. See if we can't get a bounce here at the VWAP. Not enough volume coming in though. Volume is your friend. Always remember that. Without volume, there's no trade. Set up on the 5 minute. Not great. There's no setups. Oh, it's just one of those things that there isn't there's movement, but it's not volatile enough to take advantage of, and there's not enough volume for it to be secure. So that's what you've got to be careful with your stock selection. So stock selection is a key component of your risk management. And when you're looking at your stocks, you want to see that they're moving relatively volatile so that you're getting big movements. When the range, the average true range is very small and you're getting like 5-10 cents, are you going to get much out of a 5-cent move? Not really. So when you think the spread's going to be at least a cent, so a 5-cent move, there's a cent either way on both the buy and the sell, you're getting a 3-cent move, and it's like you can't do anything with 3 cents. So it then becomes a move over a longer period of time because the volume's not there to confirm it. It becomes more risky. So it's better just not to take the trade. You really need the volatility for the moves to profit from, and you need the volume to make the moves reliable. Yeah, good luck, crypto. Good luck. I probably won't be far behind you. It's we've got 10 minutes left of the. It's just a very choppy day today. Extremely choppy. Very sideways. I mean, even the ones that are moving, you get the new eggs like 10% up. So the ones that are hitting the momentum scanners, they're not getting to that golden 14-15% level that we look for on the gap scanner pre-market. So if we're not going to trade it, if it's below 15% pre-market, you ask yourself a question: Is there really a move after the bell? It's probably just walk away and put it down to a bad day at the office. And we all have them. So the 11 grand that I made yesterday, we're giving it back today. We're still green on the week, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to have that mindset as a trader. Some days you have red days. Some days you have trades go against you. And you've got to have that mindset that zoom out. If your trade goes against you, where are you on the day? If you're still red on the day, where are you on the week? If you're having a red week, where are you on the month? and keep zooming out. And ultimately, you should still be profitable. So if you're not profitable on the month, you then ask yourself, okay, well, if it's the first week of the month, that's a different kettle of fish. I've still got enough time in the month to make this a profitable month. If it's the last week of the month, it can be a little bit of a worry. You're going to have a red month, and occasionally that can happen as well. I've not had that happen to me for a long time, but occasionally it can happen. And if that's the case, maybe you want to take a couple of days away from the markets. You kind of revisit it, take some time off, revisit your strategy, have a look at the trades that you've lost. Did you trade correctly? Were you sticking to your strategy? Were you improvising? What were you doing wrong? And go back to basics. Size down. You don't have to make back your losses. There's always going to be another day, another trade. So size down and start looking at base hits again. Yeah, we've traded already. We've lost $11,000, Jack. So we're having a bad day today. We'll give back yesterday's profits. We'll just give it back. There's still time. There's still time. AMC is about to go green on the day, so I'm just going to switch my scanners onto AMC. If that goes green on the day, I'm definitely going to be interested in maybe looking at this a little bit later. So if this goes green, I think we can see a bit more momentum taking place. Potential red to green here with AMC. There's been no reliable, safe entry points in this upturn, this move up, because we're getting, you know, what's the biggest move we had? The first move was, the first extension bar was down here from 27.43 to 20, so we're about 50 cents. It's 60 cents move, and then it pulled back 40 cents. So it moved 60 up, pulled back 40, then it moved. What was the move up from here? Again, it moved 70 cents up and pulled back 50. So it's, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back with AMC at the minute. It's not a very safe trade, because if it decides to take 3 steps back instead of 1 after you've got in, it's GME's just gone green on the day and then pulled back. So yeah, choppy day, very choppy day. Will I trade power hour today? At this moment in time, I'm tending to if there's something good, if I come back when I'm doing my summary later and there's something good before the close, then maybe. But I'm 11,000 down right now. The market's choppy. There's nothing really sustaining. So Cleaver's just hit the scanners, 10% up. There's nothing really sustaining. So it's making its moves up and then pulling back. So we're not getting those parabolic movers that we've had over the last couple of weeks. So it's unlikely I will be trading power hour today. I'm probably just going to write today off. 11,000 down, an 11,000 red day. It's the first red day in the best part of it in a fortnight. When was the last red day that I had? Let me have a look at my camera here. Calendar, not camera. Reports. So the last red day I had was the 15th. So 2 weeks ago. I've not had a red day in 2 weeks. So that's a good run. You know, 14 days without 10 trading days without a red day. Yeah, they've got to come sooner or later. I'm just gonna say accept this one and be back at it tomorrow and make the profits back. It's a little bit disappointed. So 11,000 down. That'll put us back below 140, which means tomorrow is the last day of the month. It means that if we were to have our best month, our best month ever, we'd probably need a $30,000 day or something tomorrow. So it's a good month. We're still, you know, we're still doing well. We're still over $100,000 in profit, about $102,000 in profit on the month. So it's a good month. Can't grumble. And we're still on track to be 7 figures on the year. So again, like I keep saying, have a bad day, zoom out. It's not ideal, but you know, what can we do? Yes, I do keep a journal. I do keep a journal. I use TraderView. So remember, guys, if you want to learn how to lose money like I did today, you can learn all the strategies and techniques and methodologies that I use every single day in my course. First link in the link tree in the bio. But no, in truth, every trader loses money. Every trader has a red day, and you've got to take it in your stride. It's not a big deal, and you've got to think of it that way. So the fact that I'm 100,000 up on the month still, even after an 11,000 red day, basically says to me I'm doing something right. No, absolutely, Ronan. You know, 9 to 5, 100% better off, because I was out all morning. I got back here about 11:30 and set up, got the scanners ready, didn't actually look at anything, didn't set up the watch list or anything else. Like, set up the stream about 12:15. It's now 2 hours later and I'm done for the day. So I'll take the dog for a walk now, and well, it's not exactly a great day out there. It's a bit overcast, but I'll take the dog for a walk now, and maybe go to the gym later. Come back and for Power Hour to do my summary videos, and if there's something moving, I'll see if I can, you know, claw some of that 11,000 back. If not, I'll put it down to a bad day. It's not the worst day I've had this month, but it's just one of those days. Mike, that's a very good question, actually. So Mike wants to know, can you not just hold a stock for a few days till it goes green? Okay. Let me show you on. I've got a chart in front of me, Cleaver. I'll show you why you don't want to do that. And there's a very valid reason why you don't want to do that. Okay, so this is the Cleaver's having a good day today. Okay, this is Cleaver on the 1 minute and on the 5 minutes, so it's moving up nicely. Okay, Cleaver had a really good day on Monday. Oh no, Friday. Had a really good day on Friday. So this was Cleaver. This was Cleaver on Friday. It shot up towards the end of the day, and it moved from like $2 up to what was it, $4. So it did 100% move on the day, and then it sold off. So you hold it overnight. So let's say you got in at $3 here. You hold it overnight, and it comes all the way back down. But let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's look at the daily chart here with Cleaver. So whilst it did pop up there, if we look at this here, maybe let's look at another time that it made some decent moves. We've got one here that we made. It's popped up here over 3 days, and then it's sold off. So I'm holding it for a week. It's just keeps selling and keeps selling and keeps selling. So that's the risk that you do. And this is why I never hold stocks for overnight with these kind of stocks, these low cap stocks. Most of them are garbage companies. Most of them they're not worth your money. You wouldn't invest in them long term, value investing. You wouldn't get married to the stock. You just get rid of it. You just get rid of it. So you cut your losses. I can always come back tomorrow and I can always come back tomorrow and make that back. So based on 48 hours, I'm break even. I did 11,000 yesterday, green, 11,000 red today. I'm break even on the 48 hours. I actually made money on Monday, so we were 5,000 up on Monday. So on the week, I'm 5,000 up. Now ask yourself a question: could I be happy with $5,000 a week? Well, $5,000 a week. Let's transpose that across a month, a trading month. So on average, 20 trading days in a month. That works out at 4 weeks in a month. So $5,000 a week is $20,000 a month, which is $250,000 a year. So who wouldn't be happy with $250,000 a year for sitting in your sitting in your spare room for 2 hours a day, 2-3 hours a day? So you've got to keep looking at it in that way. You can't let the emotions of having a bad day get to you. If you're working in a bakery, if any other job You're on a building site. You have bad days. Let's say you're on a building site and someone drops a big paving stone on your toe. It bloody hurts, but you're back at work the next day having a laugh with the guys and carrying on. It's the same thing. Can you kind of tell me what went wrong and what I did wrong? Well, there's a couple of things I did wrong. I just hold on to the losers too long. That's what's happened. So I've gone in big size for the breakout of certain patterns and didn't get the follow through. So I've held on to the position, waiting to hit my profit goal, and it's not got to the profit goal and reversed. So when it's reversed, I've either added to the position, which you should never do, or I've just held on to it too long. And a culmination of kind of 3 trades with Direct Digital and a couple of trades with Newegg, and ended up with 11,000 down. And it's just about sizing. That's all that is. So it could have been $100 down. It could have been $1,000 down. But because I was using big size, I'm $11,000 down. So tomorrow, last day of the month, I don't want to be finishing the month on a low, so I will be coming in and it will be base hits again. And this is what you've got to do as a new trader. If you're new to trading, and those experienced traders, just ignore this if it's kind of second knowledge for you. As a new trader, you have a red day. Don't come back the next day swinging for the fences, hoping to make up for it. Once it's done, it's done. You put it behind you. You have a bad trade, you put it behind you. You can't get emotionally involved in a stock. You can't get emotionally involved in a trade. That's one of the most difficult things you'll find as a new trader, is managing the emotional element of it, the psychological element of it. You'll get stocks that you trade really well and they become your favorite stocks. It's the wrong mindset. You shouldn't have favorite stocks or stocks that you don't like. You should only take them at face value on any given day. What the technicals are showing you, is this a move that I can profit from? That's it. It's just letters and numbers on a chart. That's all it ever should be. It doesn't really matter, because so the question here from Big Apple is it generally good or bad trading end of month? And the answer is it doesn't really matter either way, because every single trading day of the year has the potential for a particular stock, one particular stock, to go parabolic. It has the potential for a stock to make a good move. And if you're able to take advantage of, if you're able to take advantage of that move, then you profit. If you're not able to take advantage of that move and you chase it, in some cases that's what I did today. For example, I called out Direct Digital. There's a few people in the chat already that made profits on Direct Digital, which I called out pre-market. And I look at that now, and I'll be analyzing this a little bit later when I do my review, and that I'm looking on the 5 minute and how I've lost money on Direct Digital in that opening 10 minutes is beyond me. It really is. I'm going to have to really review this, because I look at this now and it broke this level. I got in for, what did I get in for here? At the open, 2030, I got 25,000 shares at 585. I got a good fill. I got a huge fill, and it moved up above $5, and I took profits there. How I've lost money with this is beyond me. I really don't know. So I've just traded this badly. I'm looking at the peaks, where I've not taken profit from, and what really did for me was where I actually added for the break of the 530. And it popped up on volume, went all the way up to kind of 550, 549, and I didn't take profit, and it flushed down. That's what did me. That's what did me. So my entries were on point. So I look at this and the reasons for taking the trades, my entries were on point. I was doing okay to start off with, and then that last one, I just wasn't quick enough to the trigger on the sell trigger. And it went against me. So will I say I've traded that, made bad decisions? No, I just traded it badly once I've made the decision to get in. So that's where where I lost on that one with Newegg. Let me have a look at Newegg again. My entry level was on point until I added at $8 for the break of $8, and I still should have cut that when it came back below $8. So my justification for entry with Newegg is fine. The setups were there. It's just I've traded it badly. I've had a bad day at the office, so I'll put that down to a bad day at the office. Revenge trading doesn't work. No, absolutely not. So if you get into the mindset that I need to make this back, revenge trading, then you're digging a hole. You've dug a hole already. You may as well just walk away from the hole and let bygones be bygones and start again, start building somewhere else the following day. Where do I get the stocks from? How do I know which to trade? Benzinga. So here we go. Give you all a last tour before I close the stream. This is Benzinga, Mike. What you're seeing here is Benzinga. And this is my gap scanner. Now, normally I'll have this set for pre-market before the market opens. So I'm looking for where the gaps are. So this tells me, based on the session, what's gapping up since yesterday's close price and by how much, etc. This is my momentum scanner. This is after the first 30 minutes of the open. This is what I revert to. So this tells me which stocks have got momentum. It doesn't matter about gaps. It's just how much they're moving over the last 15 minutes, the volume being traded, etc., etc. This is my surging scanner, so it tells me, you know, the biggest movers over the last 5 minutes, and this one is the same thing but by volume. So where's the volume being traded over the last 5 minutes? Down here I've got signals and alerts. So right now I've got price spike activity. I've got halts and resumes. Not been many of those today, which shows that there's a lack of volatility. And then day highs. I think I've got it set to day highs. Yeah, day high series. So if it breaks high of day, I can do the same with lows if I'm looking for reversals or I'm looking for to short things. So if it breaks high of day, I get an alert down here in real time. And then I've got my news, my rolling news here. So this is rolling news as well. Okay, and where do I get access to that? So this is my link tree. So if you go into my profile, click on that, double click on my face or swipe left, you'll go into my profile, the TikTok trader, go through to the link tree, and the third one down is Benzinga. You can get access to Benzinga. If you go there, you'll see it says start a free trial or start your free trial, or whichever it is. You get 14 days for free. All you need is an email address. You get 14 days for free, and you get access to all these scanners. And they tell you what's moving, when it's moving, in real time, give you access to all the information. For me, it's invaluable. I couldn't trade and be profitable without Benzinga, and I'm not joking when I say that. This is where I get all my stock picks and where I get all my stock selection. Whilst I'm in the link tree, I may as well go through it. If you want to learn how to trade, and lose $11,000 in a single day, joking of course. You actually want to learn how to trade properly and profitably, then the first link on the link tree is here. Day Trade with Tony, how to get started, why I got started, etc. And you get to learn about all the key elements, key concepts of day trading. The actual syllabus is here. The introduction, the first lesson, which is a 1 hour lecture, is available. It's on YouTube right now for free. You can go and watch that first lesson for free. If you like it, you can then subscribe to the rest, which is risk management, stock selection, charting, intraday chart patterns, strategies, stock scanners, the psychological game, etc. All of this is there. Check out the syllabus. Check out the first lesson on YouTube. It costs $140 a month, and you get access to all the content from day one. If you've completed it before the end of the month, just cancel your subscription if you don't want any more guidance, coaching, or you don't want any more access to the materials. That's fine. But based on today, you might not want to take this course, because who wants to lose $11,000? But if I zoom out, if you keep scrolling down on that same page, you'll get to my TraderView journal, 3 months of my TraderView journal, and you've got my broker reports here, 3 months of the same corresponding broker reports that show my profitability over that November, December, and January. I will be putting up at the end of this month, so over the weekend, I'll probably put up my reports for February and March here as well. Shows that I'm profitable. A bit of transparency for you. Shows that the techniques and strategies that I'm teaching are profitable. So, you know, get along. Just click the link in the link tree. That's the first one. If you don't want to risk money on the stock market, but you still want to make money online, you can get into affiliate marketing. A lot of these links are affiliate links. You go in there and buy something, I'll get a commission. Just being completely transparent for you, my affiliate marketing business, it does me about 80,000 a year at the moment in my affiliate marketing business. So that in itself is an income on its own. I've got my consultancy business as well, which I had a call there on Monday, $400 for just a single hour on the consultancy business. Now, TraderView, someone was asking if I've got a journal. So I use TraderView for my journal. And if I bring this across here, so this is TraderView. And if I go into the detailed reports, you can see the reports. You can get all of right now, this is based on the last year. So I'll just go for this year. And then scroll down. So over the last year, you can see that total gross profit is $360,000 gross profit. You can see my largest gain on any single day is $67,000. My largest loss, $27,000. I actually lost $31,000 that day. It wasn't a good day. My average, we can look at my stats. I can look at my my profit factor, 2.75, which is largely down to my accuracy here. So the TraderView, you can get a free. Again, you can get the link here, but it's a freemium service, so you can get all of this for free. It's limited in terms of I think about 30 trades a month is the free version, but I pay, I think it's $30 a month, and I've got unlimited trades to do it. There's three versions. I've got the first paid version, which is about $30 a month, and it gives you all these different things. I can actually put in, for example, AMC. What I've done with AMC, my biggest gain with AMC is $30 in across the year so far. My largest gain with AMC was yesterday, which was 11,000. My largest loss with AMC is $100. So AMC is a good stock for me at the moment. And I look at AMC alone, and I've got a profit loss ratio of kind of 60 to 1. So that's huge. But huge accuracy as well. But the TraderView is great. It's better than doing it on an Excel spreadsheet. That's all I'm saying. So you can do all this on an Excel spreadsheet, but it's a lot easier and cleaner for all of this information to do. And you get graphical format down the bottom as well. You can, win-loss expectation, all of this kind of thing. The drawdown, you can see there I had a huge drawdown back in second week of March. I recovered that. This is my trajectory profit and loss for this month. So it's yeah, I like TraderView, and I recommend anybody that's getting into it use it rather than an Excel spreadsheet. If you the rest of them. So TradingView is this charting. This is TradingView. And this is Bitcoin, the Bitcoin chart. So this is TradingView. I've got a mixture of both the dark theme and the light theme going on at the moment, but this is TradingView. It's free. It's great for charting. There's even a paper trading account in there if you want it. If you don't know how to get in there, I've done a video on YouTube. Just do that. And yeah, so if you want to get into stocks and you want somebody to fund you with an $80,000 account, you can go here and you can actually split the risk. So they will basically say, for you put 2,700 down, they'll put risk 1,300, but they'll give you access to an $80,000 live account to trade on the market, and they'll split the profits with you 75% in your favor, 25% to them. The risk is $4,000 collectively. So you're risking 2,700, they're risking 1,300. They will liquidate your position if you lose $4,000 or more. There's a smaller account that you can do for 350 bucks, and it's $14,000 live trading on the market with a live account. They will liquidate your position if you lose 5% or more. So just be wary. But the split on this is not as big, so you only get 70%, they keep 30%. And they will liquidate your position if you lose 5%. And the same thing, there's a challenge here where you can actually try 10,000 in a simulator. This is not the live market, so it's in a simulator. It costs $200 for access to the simulator, which is, I don't think this is bad, because if you've got a Dash Trader and you subscribe to one of the simulator packages, it's going to cost you $150. So with this one, you get the simulator, you get $10,000 for the challenge. Again, it's 5% is maximum drawdown 5%, so you can't lose more than 5%. And if you gain 30%, you win the challenge. The prize is either $2,000 in cash or that $80,000 account that they will fund for you. So for 200 bucks, effectively the cost of a month subscription on an active simulator, 200 bucks, that's a good option. So again, that's in the link tree. That's the learn to trade stocks and shares with a fully funded active account for up to $80,000 in profit share. There's a crypto version of that as well, a couple of links below it. So if you prefer crypto to stocks, you can get in there with minimal risk. What I would say though is, before you even think about doing that, learn how to trade. Top one is probably the most important. Learn how to trade, learn how to recognize patterns, learn about risk management, technical analysis, how to spot areas of support, resistance, all that kind of stuff. Learn how to trade first. Come on, let me be your guide, let me be your coach. I'm selling out now. I need to make up that $11,000 back up. So yeah, that's what I use. Okay, and with that, I think I'm going to finish the stream. So thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you keeping me company during this stream, and I will get rid of that. And tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow will be a profitable day. I'm pretty sure of it. I can't guarantee that, but I'm going to be confident, because I'm not going to take the big size that I took today until I've at least got a cushion on the day. So that's the thing, is build up a little bit of profit before you start taking bigger risks. And so tomorrow's another day. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, stroke morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll be live again 2 hours before market opens, so that'll be 12:30 GMT. It'll be 7:30 East Coast time in the US. It'll be, you know, whatever time in the evening if you're in Bangkok or Shanghai. So you work it out. And I'll go and get some fresh air. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll post the summary videos on YouTube a little bit later, and maybe one on TikTok as well. Just catch you later, guys.